Morning.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to get back on adventures. Been a while.
And it's just me and you, isn't it?
Yeah, we're leaving the Bulldog at home this weekend.
No kids, no bullbugger. Ellis is offered to have him, hasn't he?
Yeah, the thing is, we feel bad leaving the Bulldog because he is, you know, part of our van life, but it's very stressful when we've got him, isn't it?
Especially if we don't, because we don't really know exactly where we're going.
We don't know where we're going.
We're winging it.
But if we're going any pubs or anything like that, it's an absolute nightmare with the dog. We can't really leave him in the van at the moment because the weather's getting better. It's nicer, it's warmer, so we can't.
It doesn't
really
look particularly good at the minute, but it's
yeah,
definitely a lot warmer, isn't it?
we can't leave him in the van. So we've leaving him at home this weekend because we can, because we've got the opportunity to. So we're gonna have a nice smelling van. Dog hair free.
Yep.
And yeah, we just need to get on the road. We're not sure where we're going. I think we're heading east, aren't we?
Yeah, Scarborough way, I think.
Yeah, South Yorkshire, East Coast.
North Yorkshire.
North Yorkshire, whatever. But anyway, yeah, we better crack on and get on the road. Hey! Oh, she's getting old.
Well, haven't we had some fun and games, eh, baby?
So now I've disconnected from from that LL whatever. They've now gone both offline. Now I've connected to your phone.
Yeah.
Oh man, what an absolute nightmare this is.
We're having some outdoor light problems.
Technical issues.
It's been a while since we've been in the van, and it's been a while since we've had to sort anything, and we're just giving up on the pop-top lights, and we just tried to get them sorted again today. And have we managed it yet?
No. Anyway, I've given up with that because it never used to do this, so I don't know whether there's been some sort of updates on the new iPhones or whatever, but I'm gonna have to come up with a different way of sorting this out. But anyway, for now, I've given. We can operate one with my phone and one with Kerry's phone at the moment, which wasn't the case before. So I can't be arsed with it, to be quite honest. I've had enough. I'm wound up. We've had a long drive. We've had a bit of a stressful situation earlier as well. Basically, we landed on this site. We went with, well, this spot that was on Park for night. We turned up, we had a look. We didn't actually. It's all right. Kerry's just putting the thermal blind up on for the pop top. Aren't you, Kez?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we basically the first spot that we decided on, which is the one that we're on at the moment. We came and had a look, and we didn't fancy it because it was like sort of in the middle of a field. We'd find it on Park for night. We need to update that as well because it's inaccurate. Because it said that you could park on there if you pay on the meter, which was it's £5 all day from 8 in the morning till 8 at night.
Or £1 an hour if you just.
Or £1 an hour if you're just there for an hour, because there is a nice waterfall type feature thing that's down on the beach, which is a bit of a walk, which we did fancy doing if the weather was a bit nice, a bit better than what it is. But we rocked up and we didn't fancy it, so we had a look at the meter, we seen that, and then we thought, well, we're a bit secluded, well, not secluded, but a bit like there's a pub within 2-minute walking distance. I think the pub owns the whole site. It's an old railway station by the looks of it.
Yeah, they own 10 acres or something, don't they?
10 acres, yeah.
On the website.
So it's a nice little place, but it wasn't for us. So we looked at another spot. Not really for us again. Then we went and had a look at another spot, and that was a little bit exposed, and again, it wasn't our type of parkups. So by this point, we found...
We did find one, but we didn't have any internet connection. I had some work that I desperately needed to get finished off. So we decided to move on and find a different one, and then we ended up coming back.
Yeah, so, because, like, Keza needed to do a bit of work, and we only had, like, 1 gig of... Well, we was lucky if we got 1 gig. So we had to move from that spot. We could have probably gone back, but it was a bit... I don't know, I just didn't like it. So we thought, right, we'll come back down here, and if we get a decent internet signal down here, then we'll just stay here, sod it. It's getting on, it's 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, we've had enough of driving. You know, Kerry's got to get her work done, and then we just want to chill. The whole idea of us coming away in the van is so we can chill out. So we parked up in the field, we paid our £5. We had all intentions of going into the pub to spend some money, because if you go in there and spend 20 quid, you get your £5 back anyway for your car parking. Which, at the end of the day, we didn't mind paying £5 overnight anyway, if that was the case. But it said there was no overnight parking. It doesn't say no overnight parking in this thing. Anyway,
charges 8 till 8. That's it.
Charges 8 till 8. So anyway, we gets in the van. We pops a roof. We get it all level. We get it on levels because the grass was a bit wonky. Get all set up, and this guy comes walking over. Like, oh God, what does he want? So he goes, "Are you booked in?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Are you booked in on the campsite?" I'm like, "Well, what campsite?" It's like, "Well, we've got bays round the back for motorhomes." I'm like, "No, we've just paid on the meter because that's what, you know, we're going by what the meter says, which is 8 till 8, and it doesn't say no overnight parking."
And what Park United said as well. So we were going off there, and everyone's saying, "Oh, yeah, no charges for 8 till 8, not a problem."
So we assumed what we was doing is fine.
And we were going to come into the pub
and was going to come into the pub and check later on, but we're just literally getting set up. So anyway, turns out that no, you've got to go around the back. So he says, "Well, you can't park here. You'll have to come round, and I'll have to have a look, see if we've got any bays. If you've booked it, if you've not booked him, there might not be any spots." So at this stage, I'm thinking, what? I don't even want to flipping stay here anyway. Right, so I was like, right, fair enough, that's fine. So we put the roof back down, was like, right, get everything set up, we'll go back round, we'll see what he's talking about. So we came round and we looked at these bays that we're actually in right now. Alright.
Not very picturesque.
Look, some dumped caravan there. Okay, there's a field over there. We're in the backyard of like a flipping farm.
And there is a toilet waste disposal, there is a freshwater tap, there is basic amenities.
Yeah, it's very basic. There's no toilet. You have to obviously go to the pub, which is up that road there, which we'll go up in a bit and we'll show you. But yeah, so we came down, we had a look at it, and we was like, do you know what? Let's just get your work done, and then we'll just bugger off back up that, because the bloke wasn't even here when we drove round.
No. So
I was like, we looked at these and we was like, this ain't us. You know, and we're certainly not paying for it. So it's not that we're tight, but if we're going to pay 15 quid, we need to be on a proper nice campsite, in my opinion. Not just this.
It just looks proper scratty, didn't it?
Yeah, so like, I was like, right. So then he starts walking over the guy as I'm trying to turn the van round. So I was like, right, let's just see what he's got to say. So I put the window down. He's like, yeah, you can park in one of them. I said, well, are you not full? Because what he was trying to make it out, it was full when it was round there. And I was like, he's like, no, we've only got 2 on tonight. And I was like, oh, right. I says, but I says, how much is it on here? He's like, well, it's 15 quid a night. And I'm like, well, I've just paid a £5 down there, and you told me I can't park down there. So I paid a £5 for all day, which really, you know, what, we're not even interested. I'm not. And he says, oh, it's 15 quid on here. I says, well, I'm not paying 15 quid to stay on there. And I says, do you know what, mate? I says, we would have probably come in that pub later on and would have probably spent 40 quid. Yeah, and we would have been quite happy down on that field, and we probably would have spent 40 quid in this pub tonight. I says, but I'm not paying 15 quid to stay on here. So he's like, oh, no. He says, like, he soon changed his tune, because he was like, right, Johnny Big Balls earlier. What? He was trying to be right, Johnny Big Balls. So I was like, right. I said, no, I'm not staying. And he's like, well, he says, well, what I'll do is I'll refund you your £5. If you come in the pub later, I'll refund you. If you have something to eat and a drink, you won't have to pay the 15 quid, and I'll refund you your £5 as well. So I was like, well, so basically we just need to come in the pub and have something to eat and a drink. And we're
going to park on this scratty hard standing rather than the nice field.
We've got to park on here instead of in a nice field that is for parking anyway, for people that are visiting, that are going for walks down to the, you know. So anyway, we've ended up on here. So we're going to have a walk to the pub in a bit, and we'll take you with us and show you exactly where it is and everything. But yeah, it's just been eventful. And then this flipping thing not happening. Can't get the flipping lights working, can I? But I tell you what, there's some logs out there which I think I'm going to take them. It's a shame.
I don't think they'll all fit in the van, to be fair.
It's just a shame I didn't bring the flipping chainsaw. Look at them logs we could have had for the log burner.
There's big ones over there, look, as well.
Look at them ones over there, there's loads. I just wished I brought the chainsaw with me and I would have just took a van load of wood back to get a 15 quid's worth. But anyway, I'm going to stop moaning because we're on our holidays. We only got a couple of days and we're trying to enjoy it, aren't we, Keza?
Right, so, fridge is stacked. Not quite how we normally stack the fridge, to be fair. We've got some of my sister's homemade pink elderflower champagne there. Some cans of
the fridge is
Coke.
normally rammed. Like you can't even move and you can't even get anything out.
Matt, you don't even go in the fridge, do you?
No, because I go in the fridge and everything falls out.
So yeah, we've gone very, very minimalistic. We've got a bit of bacon and black pudding for toasters. We've got some mince to make some meatballs. We've got some chops to have as well. And then we've got some ice in the freezer for some cocktails over the weekend. And the mandatory beers and ciders. No, because that's going in the back. That's not fridge stuff. I've got the fridge stuff out.
Oh, look, she's brought a
There
load
you
of
go.
wine.
Oh yeah, there's wine in there as well. Look. And there's whiskey in this cupboard behind the bag as well.
Oh, that's the spirit cabinet, look.
Oh yeah, that might fall when you open it. Look, we've got tonics, we've got some ginger beer to make some dark and stormies. We've got limoncello, because that's my take on dark and stormies. We might show you that tomorrow when we make them, or later on. And then we've got some gin, we've got some rum, we've got some all sorts.
I hope you brought whiskey.
Whiskey? I think I might have forgotten the whiskey.
You better not have.
Well, we've got some neighbours, look. So we've got the van down there. And we've got some neighbours. Matt's not that happy because they're a bit old and therefore means that we can't play loud music later, doesn't it? And have flashy nights.
This is for log cutting, this is. Look. These big massive wheels off like a crane type thing.
Ah.
But that thing there is to chop logs.
Ah.
Look at these logs. Can you take some of these on?
Anyway, this is the pub that we're walking down to.
I think these are the
It's
old
such it's a long walk for Matt, isn't it, Matt?
I think these are the old railway sidings. Look at the old buildings here, look. Yeah, it's such a long walk. See, the van's there. Just there. The pub's just there. So this is perfect for me, if I'm honest. But look at this old ruin of a building. But yeah, you feel like you're in like a farmyard type place, don't you? Have you got the ticket for the van?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got that, because we want to claim my £5 back. You know?
I'd have been running back for it, wouldn't I?
Well, it looks like they've got the log burner going.
Yeah.
Because it is only 10 degrees. But yeah, you drive through, let's go and have a show. Right, so this is the car park to the pub.
Which is free to park in here.
It's free to park in here if you're going in the pub.
But if you're going for walks, you can't.
Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely building and all that. And we'll see what it's like inside in a minute. But this is the car park. And we'll show you. We'll show you where we was parked.
Made out of railway sleepers.
It is the old railway. It's an old station. I don't know where the siding. I don't know where the track would have been. But anyway. So yeah, we was down here. All right, and you'll see what we mean in a minute. I don't know why I'm whispering, to be quite honest. It's probably because
it's a quiet place, isn't it?
It's a very quiet. Yeah, you're right off the main road as well, to be fair. If you go down there, that takes you to the beach.
And that waterfall.
The waterfall and what have you. And I think you have to walk all the way up that hill up there. But yeah, we was in here. We was in here, so you drive in off the road, which is up there, and we parked literally just there. On that field, right, just there. So this is the only notice that's here. Pay and display, cash only. £1 per hour, £5 all day. Get your ticket here, okay? And then on here,
Charges apply 8 to 8.
charges apply Monday to Sunday, 8 AM till 8 PM. And there's no signs saying no overnight parking. So it's clearly part of the pub, but obviously there's nobody in here now. But you can see what our frustration was. So anyway, we've had to go into that other bit, which is dedicated motorhome parking that you have to book apparently, and it's 15 quid a night unless you're paying, unless you're having a meal or something in the pub, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But we could have stayed down there for a fiver. Or they should put some signs up to say no overnight parking. So comment, leave a comment.
We'll put a screenshot of the Park for Night thing in here now.
Yeah, and we're going to update it as well. So so that's updated, because we don't want other people.
It'll probably be the updated one that we'll put in there, so long as it gets
We don't
approved.
want other people to make the same mistakes as what we have done. Don't get me wrong, this is lovely. Look at this here. This is all outdoor seating. Look, if the weather was a bit warmer, there's a TV over there looking at that. But yeah, it's quite nice. It is a nice little place.
We'll let you know what the food's like in a bit.
We'll let you know what the food's like and what the staff are going to be like.
Yeah.
But what does that say? No food Monday Eve. No food. Oh, no food Monday evening. Oh, look at this little one. It's a resident dog here. Look. Say hello. Hello.
Right.
But yeah. Do leave a comment if you agree with what we're saying about the parking. So we're inside. It'll be a bit quiet because everyone's been a bit quiet in here. But yeah, the menu looks quite good actually, doesn't it? The specials menu. And guess what? They've got Old Peculiar on tap. Look at that, boy. I'll show you the menu. The specials look good though, don't they, baby?
Yeah, definitely. And it's quite funny because it's a Black Sheep pub, but they're
Got Theakston's.
and we'll tell you the story about that later on.
I bet a lot of people will know about it, but you know, I think we've told this story before, haven't we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, we'll tell it. We'll tell that story later on. And I'm getting a bit tipsy because I've had like 3 cans of Vocation Life and Death, which is like 6.5%. I'm now on the Theakston's Old Peculiar, so and I've had nothing to eat apart from what we had to eat.
You've had a chip butty, you've had half a pickle pork pie, and you've had a chocolate croissant.
So I've not had enough to eat today. So, but yeah, no, it's nice in here. So I think that's the waterfalls that we was going to go and visit.
Yeah.
I think that's obviously it when it's frozen. But yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little old-fashioned type pub. Traditional. But I don't know where everybody's come from because there's hardly any cars in. The pub's full.
There's not many houses.
God knows where they've all come from.
Maybe they're staying over.
But where's all the cars?
Maybe they've walked.
I'll show you the road out tomorrow.
Right, so we are back from the pub, and Matt doesn't like clutter, but look at this.
They're not mine.
Who's they then?
They're yours.
Don't think so.
Yeah, we can't do much videoing at the moment because it's quite poor lighting in the van. As you all know, we have to put
Yes, but they're used to poor lighting videos when we've had a few drinks.
YouTube, not YouTube, bloody GoPro crap. We need a light that goes on top. I think that's what we need. But anyway, yeah, it's been a...
The food was alright, wasn't it? It was a bit of an odd... Everything tasted nice.
Everything was served with salad.
Even the onion rings.
Onion rings had salad underneath them, which was just weird. The food was alright, it was just that it didn't go together. Like,
everything tasted nice, everything was cooked right, wasn't it? But the combinations were wrong.
Yeah, the like sea bass and pesto and mashed potato
all in one pile.
Just doesn't work.
And I had 2 different types of carrots.
Yeah.
And what tasted like...
And it wasn't cheap, but it was alright, you know. You can see what they're trying to do. The staff are a little bit weird as well, which we've already explained.
And they've like got dial-up internet, haven't they? Because the card machine
Took
wouldn't
3
work.
attempts for the card machine to work because someone apparently was on the phone. But... And the dude behind the bar had don't even know what I was talking about when I talked about dial-up internet connection.
Oh, well, I've heard about it, and I know